Hi guys, welcome to video number 3, which in my terms is video number 5. This is actual physically videoing number 5, but in the series it'll be video number 3 because the video number 3 that I did 2 videos ago didn't video because idiot me got carried away with what I was doing and I actually forgot to press the record button. So I just basically talked to myself for half an hour without videoing it. I was so gutted. The one bit of that section of video that I did actually press record on was a part 2 to that particular part, and it was in landscape anyway, not portrait, so hey ho, you learn from your mistakes. We are in landscape, or we should be, and I am actually recording. Yay, we're a minute in. Happy days. Anyway, let's get back to it. So this video was a video all about these babies, which is embossing, and it is very unfamiliar territory to me is embossing. I know how to emboss. I have somewhat embossed before, but I have never used this sort of stuff before. See, now this is where it works to your advantage that this video didn't work out when I did it the first time, because I will do the same. I will go through all these one by one and open them up and show you inside. This one I won't do because 1, it's really stiff, and 2, when I came to do this one, is all I can say. Just close your ears now because I know some of you are going to be squeamish, but opening the lid on this on camera, so I'm not going to put you through that torture, was like somebody running the nails down a blackboard. Yes. But I'm not going to put you through that this time because I already know what it sounds like and I don't want to go through it again, let alone you. So I shall... What shall I do? How did I do it? Oh yeah, I took them out one by one. Right. So we'll start off with this. Speed roll. Apparently this is a brayer, as it says so there. So printmaking, scrapbooking, stamping, paper crafting, home decor, mounting, not mounting as I made it sound like the first time round, and much more become easier with our diverse collection of brayers from Speedball. I don't know what a brayer is. I'm sorry guys, this is no new territory to me. Never heard of it. Don't even know what it is. It just looks like a paint roller to me, so I'm assuming that's what it is. I'm assuming it's just another way of evenly distributing paint or this paste stuff across whatever it is you're doing. I will YouTube it. Please stop screaming at the screen if you know what it is. As I said, this is new territory to me, so I have no idea. But yes, but that's what it is. Cool. Or that's what I've got anyway, so let's just pop that over there out the way. This has baffled me. I have no idea what this is. At first I thought it was a sponge, but it's solid. I'm not sure. It's not rubber. At least I don't think it is. Although it smells like rubber. It's sticky and tacky on the edges, but I'm assuming that's because of whoever's had it before and it looks like they've been using it to rub out or something. I don't know. No idea. At one point I thought it could have been beeswax, but I work with beeswax when I've been beading and that's not beeswax, or at least I don't think it is. It doesn't come off when you scratch at it, so I doubt it. So if anybody knows what that is, please feel free to comment below, let me know. And we shall get to, first of all, before I do that, we shall there it is. It's got instructions with it. These instructions are to do with these, they're not die cuts, they are stencils. That's the one. Stencils, and it's telling you all how to use them and stuff like that. I am actually going to turn this over for now, so it's on the blank side, and with this being laminated it's easy to clean. And I'm going to go through this little lot with you because there's sparkles in it. Gotta love the sparkles. And I now know, after the first video, that this is emerald green. Because I had no idea. So yes, this first one is Glimmer Paste by Nouveau. And it's awesome. Also, I shouldn't be doing this because I did this in the first video and then realised you can't see in there anyway. So, because one, my camera will not focus, and two, oh yes you can. The lighting is now on my side. Oh, look at that. The lighting was rubbish earlier. Yeah, it's gone dark again, but look at that. Awesome. Sparkles. Wicked. So, emerald green paste. Then we have a, is it ruby red? No, garnet red, sorry, not ruby red. Garnet red. I love this. This is so vibrant. So vibrant. Oh, looks like I've squished the top, putting the lid back on earlier. Look at that. Or maybe not. Focus. Come on. Let's turn the brightness up on the screen a little bit. You can see now. Yay, look at that. Eek. Magic. I love that. Let's see if we can not squash it this time. That's better. So there's an emerald red. Oh my goodness, let's get that brightness back down. Oh, it's automatically gone down good. What else is there? There is a cosmic shimmer. I like that. This is gorgeous, is this? This is periwinkle colour. See, I know what names are now this time round. And I love that. Absolutely love that. It's not that dark. It's showing, there you go. I'm going to say it's showing up a wee bit dark there, but it's not. It is gorgeous. Gorgeous. And look at the sparkle in that. Look. Awesome. I can't wait to use this stuff. It's going to be messy, but I can't wait to use it. So we have that one. Then we have another Cosmic Shimmer Sparkle Texture Paste, and this one is Chic Aubergine. Lovely. Oh, the shimmer in this is amazing too. Look at that. Look at that. It's just magical. Absolutely magical. Look at it. I seriously need to get a unicorn stencil. It has to be done. Definitely. Look at that. Sparkles. Amazing. There's a lot in these tubs too. Can't wait to get using them. This one is Dreamweaver. Right, let's get through the stencils first. Dreamweaver stencil embossing paste, because there actually are some Dreamweaver stuff in here. Where's the other one? This is Sweet Poppy stencils, and it is a pasting thing. You put your, you get a blob of that on here and then you paste it a bit like you would if you are plastering, basically, but you plaster or plaster. You paste over this put it on, scrape it off with these. This one is the Dreamweaver embossing paste spreader. So basically they do the same thing, really, I suppose. They need cleaning up, but that's not a problem. They'll come off no problem. So yes, and then we've got a set of Dreamweaver stencils stroke embossers, which is amazing. We've got a swirly pattern one. Hi guys! Again, I keep forgetting these are like mirrored. So we've got a nice swirly pattern one there. Again with the butterflies. Got to have the butterflies. My business would be incomplete without them. And then we have another swirly one. And then we have 4 Christmas stamp ones. 4 Christmas style ones. I will get them out and show you. And these can be used for stenciling or embossing, which is awesome. Oh, look at that, that's good. That's a good angle. Now I used to do cards a few years ago, about 3-ish years ago. I used to do cards, and then, well, like I said, 3-ish years ago. I've always done jewellery. I've done jewellery since I was a little girl. About 3-ish years ago, before Northern Craftaholic started. I've always crafted one way or another, and I've had a couple of crafting businesses. I've gone under a few different names. The one previous to Northern Craftaholic was Lancashire Lass Crafts, because I'm a Lancashire lass. And I did used to do cards, so I know about embossing. I used to do it before, and I did used to make Christmassy stuff and whatever, so I'm quite pleased I've got these back. Well, not got them back, but yeah, they're cool. I was looking at not stencils, at stamps, rubber stamps on the stall, and it was like, oh, that's Christmas, oh, that's this, no, I'm not going to bother with that, I don't do cards anymore. But then I thought afterwards, do you know what, maybe I should, because I think it was in one of the other videos that'll come after this, because obviously this is having to be re-videoed, so I'd already mentioned it and talked about it. I did mention in this video that I never videoed that I did cards and didn't bother with the Christmassy stuff because not very many people wanted it, but we have got some Christmas stuff now, so we shall see. And I love this one, like a whimsical leafy style. Cool, I love that. So yes, these can obviously be used for embossing or stenciling. This made me laugh. The description on the back made me laugh. I'm ignoring all that because that's just telling you how to do it. This bit here made me laugh. Other uses. There you go. No, wrong bit, sorry. Other uses. Can you see? Yes, I'm in frame. Other uses for the stencils are face painting. They're metal. I know they're only thin, but they're metal. Face painting, fabric stenciling, wood burning, pyrography. Had to do it that previously, didn't work out. Sold the kit. The guy I sold the kit to, absolute natural at it, upgraded, and is doing amazing. Actually, Wainwright Pyrography, go check them out. I will link down below in the description. Go check them out. See, I'll plug anybody, I don't care, shameless or not. My videos, who cares? Go check him out. Seriously guys, go check him out. But yeah, I love the smell when I were doing pyrography, but the actual designing and doing it just didn't work for me. So yeah, dollhouse stenciling, scrapbooks, yep, photo albums, yep, and just about anything else you can stencil on. Fantastic. Yeah, loving it. So nice bit of a collection going on there. Where is it? Is it here? It is. I have, saying about the Christmas one, I have actually already embossed a piece of card. Now on the back of here it actually tells you how to emboss there at the top. Embossing and stenciling. To emboss, secure the stencil to the front of the paper with removable tape and place the paper stencil side down against a light table. Push the paper into the illuminated design with a medium tipped stylus or burnisher. Burnisher is where I can reach over it without falling over or breaking anything. A bone folder, if you've got one, will do. Saying that, if you haven't, this end of scissors would do, I would imagine. But I didn't do that with mine. I gave in, and yesterday I had a delivery from Amazon that had a Sizzix Big Shot in it. Yay. So it embosses and cuts using die cuts. And I did that using the embossing side of it. So pretty awesome. Yes, so I'm very excited. I mentioned this in my video that didn't video, so I shall mention it again. Whilst I was doing the card making in previous years and businesses, like I said, at least, well, I say at least, it was at least 3 years ago since the last time I made a card, but I've been making cards probably as long as I've been making jewellery, since I was a little girl. Not necessarily with all the fancy schmancy stuff, but yes, I was quite heavily into scrapbooking, paper crafting, card making when I was younger, and these Sizzix die cuts and other brands of these machines have been around a long time, and I had one of the Sizzix ones in my Amazon basket about 4 years ago. Back then they were a hell of a lot more expensive than they are now, although they're still expensive now, but obviously as things get more popular they tend to come down in price. And it stayed there for ages, hoping for it to come down in price. It never did, and then about 2 years ago I decided, when I shut down the Lancashire Lass Crafts one and decided to open as Northern Craftaholic, go down a slight different route, I was tempted to stay with the card stuff, and I thought, right, well, in between that shutting down and opening up again, I'd had like a year break. Mainly just did jewellery for friends and whatever, but I took like a year out, and then when we reopened I said I wasn't going to go down the card route, but I wouldn't mind still doing odd bits. So I had one in my basket then, and it was a toss-up between, at that particular time, it was the toss-up between using the money I had saved to buy the Sizzix, which at the time was on offer, or buying my first set of metal hand stamps, like stamping kit, and the rubber stamps and the card making stuff went out of the window and in came the metal stamps, and that was pretty much the end of my card making career. I have absolutely zero intentions of going back down the card making route because I didn't particularly like it. And now I have the absolutely fantastically awesome shell from Shell's colouring. Oh no, it's not colouring. Yes, no, Shell's Cards Colouring and Crafts. 1 second. Do you know, I'm going to get lynched for this. I'm sorry, Michelle. My mind has literally gone completely blank. So instead, I'll plug you this way because I'm reusing your bags. Oh look, I were right. Cards, Colouring and Crafts. Go check her out, guys. Seriously. Complete mind blank. I apologise so much, Michelle. But yes, go check her out, guys. And you will be pleased to know, Michelle, after the umming and ahhing and quite stressful time you had over deciding what to do about these plastic bags, and then before you found out that they were actually eco-friendly and recyclable, I will have you know that recently I have been reusing them. You know what I'm like, I very rarely throw things away anyway. I will reuse if I can. I've left your stickers on because I don't care. But them are my own little baggies. And look what I've done with them over the last week. Yes, okay, I've covered your sticker up, but it's got scrap squares in it. See? Pretty. This one has got scrap rectangle pieces in it, and this one has got scrap strips in it, because I like to keep my scraps organised. But I was running out of space, so you will be pleased to know that your bags are being repurposed, Michelle. Happy days. But yes, as I was saying, card making. I don't need to go down that route because the lovely Michelle does it for me. Well, not just for me, she does it for everybody, but our cards come from her now. Along with multiple various other awesomeness, like this cup coaster. Along with another one I've got downstairs, an actual, not this cup, a cup that's got, what's it got on it? I forgot what it's got on it. Whatever, I swear to God my mind's gone blank. I've been videoing and whatever that long today. I just can't think straight anymore. And I'm getting tired now because it's like, oh my word, it's 10 to 7. So, at night. Apologies, Michelle, but you know what I'm on about. Depresso. That, oh my word, seriously. That's the one. It says Depresso, and then it says underneath it. So it's pretty much like that. It says Depresso on the top, and then it's got a picture of a cup crying, like a coffee cup, a takeaway coffee cup crying, and then it says, what is it? That feeling of when the coffee's run out or something along them lines. But yeah, Depresso, so funny. I've got the cup mat downstairs with that on, and I've got the cup that goes with it as well, and on the reverse of the cup it says Minxie, coffee, 3 sweeteners, milky. Yeah, because that's how I like my brews, although this one isn't that milky because I'm literally running on caffeine today, so it's a bit stronger than normal. This is about brew number 5, by the way, because I've done 5 videos altogether. But yeah, so anyway, back to this. Like I said, I have no intentions whatsoever, Sizzix, die cutter or otherwise, of going down the card making route, or the cutting die cuts out and selling them route. I bought it quite specifically for myself to use to make, obviously, die cuts and embellishments for a start, and die cuts which I actually have some, none came with it, but I have some die cuts on the way, and specifically doily shaped ones, because I use doilies in my junk journals. And the idea of buying the Sizzix cutter machine, pardon me, well, it's the Sizzix Big Shot, so it's cutter stroke embosser. The idea of buying that was to aid me in keeping costs down when it comes to purchasing these things to put in journals, because I can do it to myself. So, but I have absolutely not in the near future that I can see anyway, any intentions or interest in cutting out a load of die cuts and selling them for profit. No. So, not overall out there in the crafting world anyway. I am in a few junk journal groups, so maybe if they ask for doily cutouts or whatever, I may do a little pack, but other than that, I'm not interested. It's for personal use. It's just to help me try and keep some costs down when it comes to doing my journals. Not that I really need to justify what I'm doing with my stuff to anybody, but I have a couple of friends, one in particular, who does that already, so I have no intentions of stepping on your toes on that one, because I buy from you anyway, you know that. So, but anyway, back to this. There you go. See, this goes with the Dreamweaver, so same brand as these, metallic silver embossing paste. Look at this yumminess. Well, I wouldn't particularly call it yummy, but oh, stop it, thank you. I can't, there is something that spikes my morbid curiosity, or whatever you want to call. Oh my word, that sun's gone in, look at the state, look how dark it's gone. See, it's getting night time. There is something about, like I said, maybe my morbid curiosity or whatever sparks me to want to stick, I'm not going to do it, but want to actually stick my hand in there and squish. Maybe because I'm weird, don't know. Maybe because when I was about, how old would I have been? Well, it was before we moved, so I weren't 14. So somewhere between the age of 10 and 13, I decided, somewhere between the age of 10 and 13, I was dared by a friend to stick both of my hands into a tub of bright, illuminous green emulsion paint. Thinking I wouldn't do it, she were wrong, because I did. I'm like, hell yeah! Yay! Yeah, full hands and literally up here, arm-wise. And we had school the day after. Oops. I'm glad it. Mum was rather distraught, but extremely thankful it was emulsion and not the gloss. Which I knew nothing about, the difference between emulsion and gloss, but yeah. So, there you go. We have another, oh, it's not focusing, another metallic silver. There's not as much in that one, but even so. Then we have this amazing metallic gold. Why, camera, are you hating me so much right now? Thank you. We have this awesome metallic gold, which looks like caramel, orangey caramel sludge on here. But yeah, cool. I'm really looking forward to getting dirty using these. And then we have, I love this, crackle. So I'm really looking forward to, and there's a lot in that, there's nearly a full tub is that. I'm looking forward to using that because apparently, from what I can gather, what I've seen on other videos, you apply matte black paste, let it dry, then you, I can't remember which way around did you put some colour on then? No, you apply the black, let it dry for an hour, put the stencil back over the black paste, apply a coat of this, and then while this is still wet, you sprinkle the embossing powder on it, and then apparently it gives like a crackled effect. Now I haven't got any embossing powders, but apparently this kind of works without it, so I don't know, we'll see. I'll YouTube videos on it. Please guys, if you're watching and you know what you're doing and I have no idea what I'm talking about, please stop screaming at the screen. Pardon me, maybe I should have done a bit of homework before I did this, but I was just too excited to wait. Next we have a, where did I see? There we go, a sapphire blue glitter. I love these glimmer ones. Glimmer paste. Look at that. Now this, to me, being an absolute Doctor Who freak, screams TARDIS. Shiny TARDIS at me. I don't mean I'm going to make one, I'm just colour wise. But yes, amazing. It may turn out to be a bit lighter than that actually, because it's not that light. It's looking a bit lighter than a TARDIS blue colour on there, but I'm happy enough to keep it that colour. I am doing myself a Doctor Who themed journal, but that is a personal one because I don't do anything like that business wise because it contravenes copyright. But I just love Doctor Who, so anything like that, yeah, it's going on. This one is Amethyst Purple. I love amethyst, it's my favourite. Not birthstone. My birthstone is opal because I'm an October baby, but I love amethyst, it's my favourite gemstone. So, are you going for... Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Sparkles. Sparkles, sparkles, sparkles. Oh my god, I feel like a 3-year-old. Definitely I need something unicorn related to use this lot on. You can't have sparkles of this magnitude and not do something unicorn themed. Even though that won't fit in very well with the junk journal. Or vintage junk journal scene, unless I do a unicorn journal. And I know the perfect little girl. I'm saying little, she's 19, but I know the perfect little daughter that would like that very much. Now this is what I'm going to spur you from with this. It is exactly the same, but like I said, nails down blackboard opening that. This, just listen how smooth that opens. This is a full one. And that just looks like sludge. But I can't wait to use it. So, there we go. And, oh, last but not least, I'm really sorry guys if I don't sound as enthusiastic on this video as I have done on all the others, but like I said, I was way more excited and look at this, oh my god, look at that, oh, sparkles, on the first time I videoed this. But I've been at this for what are we now? Oh my word, it's 7 o'clock, so I've actually been at this for about 5 hours. 4.5, maybe 5 hours videoing on and off. Bearing in mind I've been stopping, going for a brew, whatever. I mean, most of these videos are half an hour long anyway, but or then I've had to 5 or 10 minutes in stop, delete and refilm because I got a bit mixed up or got it wrong or whatever. So yeah, I'm tired and I'm really sorry if it sounds like the enthusiasm has disappeared midway through these videos. It really hasn't. It was just a technical glitch, so I really do apologise if you've watched the first ones and she's like, oh yeah, wicked, and then this one's like, oh yeah, look at this, this is cool, and then next ones are like, yeah. They are all like that, trust me. It just might not be coming across that way right now because this video has had to be redone after all the other ones and I'm shattered. But anyway, last but not least, translucent paste. Sweet poppy stencil dimensions, and the instructions on the other side of the sheet are sweet poppy. So I'm glad it gives me instructions, or exstructions as Taylor calls them, because I don't know what I'm doing. This is all new to me. Look at that. Awesome. Now obviously it's white, but translucent to me translates to clear. We shall see. There's yeah, so it's just saying if using white or translucent acrylic medium, these things are referred to as medium, you are able to change the colour by using a scoop of medium and mix well with a quarter teaspoon of either mica powder or acrylic paint. Once mixed, any excess medium, meaning any left over, must be stored in an airtight container for future use up to 3 months. Now I really like that because that means I can take bits of this and maybe some of these, tone it down, or mix a few different ones together and come up with my own, and then put it in a tub like this, an airtight container tub like this, which I do have a few empty ones lurking, and reuse it for up to 3 months. So I really like that idea. I think that's pretty awesome. I can play around and also make my own. But yeah, and that's it paste wise guys. That's empty. This is my bag. These all come loose in the box. Well, when I picked them up from Jill's, they were loose in. They were in a plastic box. She kept the box. I threw these in. We threw these in the cardboard box. But then when I got home, I put them in there. which is where they'll live for now, until I can find somewhere for them. This is why I'm a bit excited about that butterfly shelf that I showed you, because like I said, apart from being a project that I can do with Taylor, I'm quite looking forward to getting that up at least, even before embellishing it, because it should be big enough to actually store these on, so I can use it as like my little paste embossing shelf. So I'm quite excited about that. Apart from I'm really looking forward to doing a project with him before he goes back to school. He's got about 2.5 weeks left before he goes back to school, and he's getting bored. He's currently at mum's, but he's getting bored, so I'm quite looking forward to having a project to do with him that I know he'll actually really enjoy doing. So, although he doesn't like getting dirty, but mind you, putting the shelf together isn't getting dirty, this is. So, I'll put that to one side. I've already done the thumbnail picture, so I don't need it here on the desk. The brayer can stay there. I'll put that back in a minute. And also, embossing wise, we have these pens, which are cool. So, let's see, I already sorted these out once and now they've got mixed up. Now what did I say about these? Think, Victoria, think. Well, I actually didn't say very much about them, to be honest, other than the fact that I'm glad these were in there, because I hear on the grapevine that stampers, as in metal hand stampers, not rubber hand stampers, stampers which stamp on metal with metal stamps, which I don't particularly call myself a hand stamper. I am a hand stamper, but professionally wise, I'm a crafter. I do a bit of everything, but I do hand stamp. But I hear on the grapevine that a lot of hand stampers use these pens to ink the finished pieces in place of Sharpie markers and nail varnish. So that would be quite interesting to try, because I went down the Sharpie marker route. I mean, I've always had an obsession with Sharpie markers anyway, but I went down the Sharpie marker route, and then I decided, no, I prefer the nail varnish side. So when I ink my stamped pieces, I use nail varnish. And it lasts. It's really good. Let's see if I can find one. We shall use this one, because I don't want to promote that one. And, oh my god. So she's just thrown it down the back of the unit. My god, I'm so stupid. Anyway, right, hand stamp. This is a textured cuff bracelet. Yeah, so it comes as a long thin strip of metal, aluminium in this case. I texture it with a hammer, stamp on the other side whilst it's flat out, and this one has a Shakespeare quote on that is out of copyright, so it is perfectly fine to use, and it says, to thine own self, excuse my bad English, be true. Yep, bit of an inspirational one that I use myself. My wrists are a weird shape, so yep, it's way out of shape. It was perfectly like cuffed shape when I originally did it, and then yep, that's what happens. And then you just put it on, nice thinnish one, great, love it. But this is what I mean by stamping, hand stamping, metal hand stamping at least, is where we do this. It's not engraving. A lot of people say, oh, it's hand engraving. No, it's not. It's hand stamping. Engraving you do with a machine, or you do with an engraver. Hand stamping you do with individual letter or design metal stamps, and you line it up and you hit it with a hammer and you punch each one individually. And then, like I said, I colour mine with nail varnish, so it leaves an indentation. I then paint it with nail varnish. When it's dry, I use nail varnish remover to take off the excess, and then what's left stays in the little grooves. And this I can see is blue. Yes, that is blue. So that actually has been inked with a Sharpie marker. after all that, she says. Yeah, because at one stage I had a thing where I did not like using black. So I used to use the navy blue Sharpie marker because I loved it a bit better than black. But anyway, now, like I said, I hear on the grapevine that stampers use these embossing pens as well as Posca pens. But I hear that they also use these emboss pens to do that inking in place of Sharpie markers. So I shall be giving that a try to see how that comes out. Rather interesting. So, and then we've got a nice array of colours, and I love the fact there's two. Refocus. Yeah, I love the fact there's two of them, and of course you've got the... Oh, here we go again, focus-wise. Cannot get a happy medium with this. It's because of the background. No, it ain't gonna do it. Come on. Nope. Anyway, it's got the thick tip there, and then it's got the fine tip on that side. I'm sorry, it's out of focus. So, I should be quite interested to use them. This is a black, yes, a black embossing pen from Stencils. Is it going to focus? No, is it heck? Because it loves to wind me up. Oh, come on, work with me, thank you. Bit far away, but you get the point. This is an Stencils embossing pen from Ranger, a black one. Love it, stinks like, but love it. This is a Stencils embossing pen Ranger, a clear one. Cool. This is a completely different brand. This is called Zig Emboss Fine and Chisel water-based ink. I love the fact it's water-based because you can actually paint with water-based. Cool. So if you look like on here, say if I colour it, because this is plastic, so it won't actually stick in. If I colour it and then get a paintbrush with some water on and dip it in, then I can actually paint with it. Well, I'm saying water-based, but yeah. So we have the chisel side, and I am assuming this is blue, but I don't know. The colour's blue, but I don't know if it is blue. One would assume so, but obviously the white one is like yellow. Let's see, we've got a scrap of paper. Well, we've got a scrap of card, so let's see. Well, that's clear anyway, so that ain't gonna show up. I don't know why I did that. Black is not... See what I mean about being tired and not thinking straight? I'm trying to paint black on black. Now, yeah, seriously. Blue's not even going to show up on black either. So let's try this. So we have a blue. It's blue. It's a very light shade of blue. Oh, I'm loving that. Oh, I really like that. Wow. My writing is disgusting. I never... Oh, you can't even see it. There you go. My writing is atrocious. Despite spending nearly all my life writing stories and drawing and all sorts. It's disgusting, but yeah, that's this one. I love that colour. Sucker for pastels, love blue. That is like, whoa, wicked. That's so me. Yes, love it. So cool. And then we have the black one. Yep, wicked. I'm not going to test them all out, but you get the point. You get the gist of it. So yes, a nice bundle of embossing pens to try, obviously, on embossing, and my stamping to see how well it inks. I shall give an update on that as and when I get round to doing it. Haven't had any stamping orders for a while, actually, since before I had a break, not long since. So put these bands back on for now. I shall buy a separate pencil case to put them in. I don't want to put them in the drawer in the workroom with the Sharpie markers, because I want to keep these separate and quite to hand. The Sharpie markers live in a drawer in the workroom with the stamping stuff, because they only ever get used for that. So yeah, I shall buy a separate pencil case for them. So there you go, guys. Like I said, I really do apologise in advance if the enthusiasm seems like it's disappeared on this one, and I also apologise, this video is now 47 minutes long. It hasn't, honestly, but like I said, I am just actually tired now, because I've been doing this long, and I'm still slightly a little bit peeved that I was stupid enough not to click the record button in the first place when I did this video 3 videos back. So, and I will finish a brew. I've laughed about that in all my videos. This brew's cold again. I don't like cold coffee. So, but yeah. Ooh. Let's just show you while we're here. It seems a shame not to. Line it up. So pretty. And then what you do is you line this one up with, which way is it? Oh, that one. There you go. And then by the time you've gone along it all and finished it, it gets rid of all this excess on the top, and you're left with a really cute border. Whoops. Not by dropping it though. So you line it up. Look, the one that you've punched, you line up with the one next to it. There. Punch. Move along. Line it up. This also ensures that you're stamping it straight, as well as the patterns being lined up. And then, I'm not going to do it all the way, but I'll tear that off now and then you can see what I mean. And then you're left with a gorgeous border. Awesome. Sorry, that's got nothing to do with embossing. See what I'm... see. Distraction. Distraction. And look at all that mess. See? This is what happens. I am easily distracted anyway, but when I'm tired, my mind literally just walks away from me. Yeah. It literally wanders off on its own. It doesn't just wander, it runs. It leaves country, I swear. So yes, awesome, fantastic. Nice little scrap there to use. I'll put that in my scrap pile. But anyway, embossing. Thank you for tuning in. If you made it this far, you really do need a medal, because I'm pretty sure this video sounds rather depressing. and please stay tuned and watch the other ones. They're a lot more upbeat than this one, and there are more to come. So we still have to get through the box for a start, which I think I may split up into 2 videos instead of just one, because there are ribbons and embellishments in that one. So I might do the ribbons and embellishments in one, and then what's left in that box do as another one. And then of course we've got all the paper to get through, which could possibly be done in 2 videos. We shall see. So thank you very much for watching. Please stay tuned, there are more to come. And yay, I'm so sorry guys, I promise I'll be more upbeat in the next ones. So thank you for watching, see you soon.